Sheikh Hasina, a name synonymous with power. Since 2007, she ruled Bangladesh with an iron fist. Her reign saw impressive economic growth, but at what cost? Critics whispered about corruption, they alleged election rigging. But Hasina remained unyielding, she silenced dissent, the opposition trembled, her grip on power seemed absolute. Hasina's supporters hailed her as a champion of progress, they praised her infrastructure projects, they lauded her social programs, but beneath the veneer of prosperity, a storm brewed. The people grew restless, inequality soared, corruption festered, a reckoning was inevitable. The year 2024 arrived, the fuse was lit, a seemingly minor event ignited a firestorm. The Bangladesh High Court reinstated a controversial quota system. This system reserved government jobs, it favored certain groups, students saw it as the last straw. They had enough of Hasina's regime, they took to the streets, the protests spread like wildfire, students from all walks of life joined, they chanted slogans against corruption, they demanded free and fair elections, they yearned for a brighter future, a future free from Hasina's iron grip. What began as a student movement morphed into something bigger. It became a nationwide uprising. The people demanded change. Hasina's response was swift and brutal. She unleashed the full force of the state apparatus. Police fired tear gas, they used rubber bullets, live ammunition was their weapon of choice. The world watched in horror. Hospitals overflowed with the injured. The death toll mounted. The UN reported at least 1,400 deaths in just 46 days. Most were victims of security forces. The UN condemned the violence. They called for an independent investigation. Hasina remained defiant. She dismissed the UN's concerns. She called the protesters terrorists and foreign agents, but the world saw through her facade. The evidence was overwhelming. Her regime was responsible for a bloodbath. The Iron Lady's grip was slipping. Amidst the chaos, a new generation of leaders emerged. Young, fearless, and determined, they refused to be silenced. One name rose to prominence, Nahid Islam, a student leader with charisma and conviction. Islam rallied the protesters, he gave them a voice. Islam's message resonated with the youth. He spoke of a Bangladesh free from corruption, a Bangladesh where everyone had a chance to succeed. He called for Hasina's resignation. He demanded justice for the victims. The international community took notice. The UN human rights chief called for accountability. He said some violations may constitute international crimes. The ICC loomed. Pressure mounted on Hasina. Her allies began to distance themselves. The writing was on the wall. Section 4. The world takes notice. In a stunning turn of events, Hasina resigned. She fled Bangladesh under the cover of night, her destination exile. Some whispered of India, others of a quieter life away from the spotlight. Her departure sent shockwaves through the nation. With Hasina gone, an interim government was formed. Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus took the helm, becoming a beacon of hope in turbulent times. Yunus promised to restore order, vowing to hold free and fair elections. The nation breathed a collective sigh of relief. The nightmare was over. Section 5. A new dawn. Bangladesh faces a long road to recovery. The scars of Hasina's rule run deep, but there is hope. The spirit of the people remains unbroken. They showed immense courage, demanding change and paying a heavy price. Nahid Islam formed a new political party, the National Citizens Party. Its mission systemic change, it seeks to empower the youth and aims to eradicate corruption. The future of Bangladesh hangs in the balance. Will this new generation succeed? Will they deliver on their promises? Only time will tell. One thing is certain, Bangladesh will never be the same. The youth have found their voice. They will not be silenced. They are the future.